So what happens is these are typically my favorite though. You get this blow off top here and then all this rejection. But what happens, there's the support that's created here, and then you get these two candles that close. This one breaks it. This one will create this big wick and close below it. And then typically what I wait on is the next candle to create a top wick and then break the low of this one. So you can see like on the 1 minute, that candle went 6:15 candle opened, uh, created a top wick, closed below this support. And then the 6:30 candle opened here, created a top wick and broke the low of the previous 15-minute and filled that range over here. So those are typically like, again, one of my textbook plays, my favorite kind of play that there is. Had that happened with the 7 a.m. candle, if this candle right here was a 7 a.m. New York open, that would have been like perfect. But it happened literally just now. So we weren't on here. We weren't on here together anyways. I had this playing out. GJ's pretty choppy too, but this thing's been in a range for a few weeks now. Let me see if the opposite. Let me see if this thing, no, it's not. It's pushing up. The oil had a nice bounce too. Got Bitcoin. I hope Bitcoin just crashes. I get so tired of hearing the whole crypto community. It's obnoxious. You know, I really could though, like on the technical side of things, I really could see there's tons of bearish momentum right now. But if this thing were to top out where it just did and break these daily lows again, this thing could have another meltdown to like 25, 20K. I don't know if any of you guys hold any Bitcoin, but should have bought silver instead. So now my next idea on gold, we're gonna have to see here. There's no clean range to buy until, you know, we're above these 4-hour highs, but I'm afraid today that's not a good idea. So maybe if it were like a Thursday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, this would be a better idea, but I don't think it's a good idea to buy up there. There is clean range though for a nice push up. There would be like an 80, 70 pip move, and then, you know, next range that's clear is another 120 pips. Yeah, 140. So I think gold is the better idea today to play to the downside, because you have clean 4-hour ranges here, and then you have clean 1 hour. The 1 hour looks really clean. 30 minutes clean, 15 minutes clean, right? So, oops. Even the 5 minutes pretty clean traffic here. So the idea would be maybe this just bounce off the support here, and then during New York, we'll get this to kind of top out somewhere in here and close back below the support right here. And then price will pull back to make a top wick and push past this low for a nice drop here today. Pretty much same play that happened here. I'd want to see literally right here. You're short on Bitcoin. Good idea. I really don't like it. I don't like, I don't like the technical side of it right now, but I also just, I think the technology behind it opened up ideas, you know, good ideas. But I just don't think that Bitcoin is what everyone thinks it is. I don't think it won't be the one to become a digital, call it whatever you want, currency, blah, blah, blah. I don't like it. And then I just really don't like the everywhere I go, like I don't even I go out sometimes and hear people talking about it. It's like when the whole world is talking about something and it's all the way at its highs, it's just not a good idea. Everyone's it's just obnoxious. Even some of my friends will be saying, buy the dip, bro, buy the dip. It's gonna come back up. It does this every time. I just hope that this thing crashes back down to 20K. Maybe I can do like an Instagram live and troll the people that think they're experts after that. Yeah, everybody's on Facebook, everywhere, Instagram, Twitter, Bitcoin, Bitcoin, Bitcoin. Only thing you hear. You know, it's funny too because this thing will be moving and it'll be cutting its moves in half in just a few days or a week. That's I go look at silver. It's the best chart that there is right now. Why people are not talking about silver over Bitcoin just blows my mind. Especially because this thing won't be talked about or in the mainstream media or anything until we blow out of 30 bucks an ounce and then it's end of the year next year and it's at 40 bucks an ounce. Then everyone's going to be talking about it like, I told you so, I told you so, buy it, buy the dip. You know, we'll hear the same thing that we hear from these Bitcoin people. We're going to hear the same thing in the metals too. So 7 a.m. open. So pretty much what I would want to see here, and this move can make it can make the move without me. There's two things that so like last year I dug in deep on the end of my year losses. I went back through at the end of the year, like late December, then going into January, just trying to let the volatility pick back up. And I just typically will review like all, not all, but a lot of trades throughout my year, especially end year. Uh, the so I went back through. I looked at a lot of things to change, and this trading all throughout the day, these swing trades, just all kinds of stupid stuff that I was changing going into this year. Just being more disciplined, less trades throughout a week. Now I'm even dialing it down a little more because what was it not last week, but the week before I took two losses, uh, 2 days in a row. And there was two things I noticed was I anticipated too much on the 7 a.m. open that I was going to miss my move. I don't know why I was doing that like a few days in a row. So then I went back through and just looked at everything I wrote down. And that 7 a.m. open was screwing me. Like it did it a few days where that 7 a.m. would just, I don't know what my attachment was to it. I think I nailed a few, probably like 3 or 4 days in a row on 7 a.m. open. And I think I just got attached to it and thought that move was going to keep happening every day. Well, it turns out I was wrong about it. And I kept doing it over and over, not actually, but a few times. So then I had to say, the 7 a.m. open isn't as, it can be a few days in a row, but it's not as valuable as I thought it was. And so I had to stop doing that. And I have to be patient and let these candles set up pretty nice and go back to what I was doing and not get so antsy and impatient and all the crap that comes with trading. So now what I'm waiting on is when I figure out my bias towards a clean range, I'm just gonna stick to it. And I don't care if this thing goes up today. I'll tell you what's attractive to me is the 4 hours clean range down here. And we had, a clean range down here too earlier. And on the 1 hour, it was clean wick. Now we've got this clean range here. And then on the 30-minute, we've got a clean range here. We had a clean range up here. Then on the 15-minute, we have a clean range down here. We had one up here as well. But again, this move happened right before I sent the link. So you guys couldn't catch this, but yeah, it was a perfect, literally priced perfect. Again, this is a perfect trade idea where we break this support here. One candle will close below that support, and the next one will open and wick up and close back below it again. And then the next candle will break that low and fill that range there. It's a perfect trade idea. It would be like really perfect if this was a 7 a.m. open though. That'd be nice. So now we just need to see if gold can top out and get some candles to close back, below this support here, and then break the previous low and continue down. But another thing too, we would just risk the chance of not getting this trade at all, right? Because gold has been pretty bullish. You look at the 4 hour, 4 hour created a nice support down here. This one traded higher than the previous one, respected the previous 4 hours low. And this one seems like, we're trading above the previous 4 hour up here. So I'm just gonna have to see what happens here. I there's no clean range to the upside. I don't like it. Typically, again, if it were like a Friday, I might try to worry about playing the break of like 1890, but the volume today could suck. So I'm not interested. But yeah, the reason I don't trade silver like I do gold is the spread. I mean, you can lower the lot, it can all even out in the end, but I don't play it at all. I love silver is my favorite long-term chart right now. So and again, like I've showed this a bunch of times on here, and I've dropped it in multiple groups too, but silver has been I grew up watching that chart, so it's just been my favorite all around. So there's an emotional bias there for sure. But without that, it still looks pretty good. I was gonna show we've been on with no risk. We've been in silver for a long time. Yeah, here was silver at the breakout. We played 19 bucks. Buy the physical and hold for a few years. This is my favorite. This has been my favorite chart. It just mirrored gold. When gold took off, I knew silver was still down in its breakout, 19 bucks. It had that whole move to match, and gold took out its all-time highs. On this next run, when the price gears up on gold to take the highs out again, which it has, um, this silver chart is gonna mirror the same thing. It'll take out its highs up here like gold did. So silver was my favorite chart down at 19 bucks. It was perfect. So now the thing broke out, right? And it just has some nice daily consolidation. Ultimately, we go a lot higher from here. I was going to mention something else about silver too. Can't remember where my mind was going with it. Was going to say another thing about it. Oh, I openly stated a few times this year, and I hope I'm not wrong about it, but you guys remember when the metals were down here, I said that these were the lows for the year in April, March. We talked about this a lot of times. Live market, all recorded. The dollar's high too. I called the high on this. When we broke back below this daily high here, I think the dollar's highs are locked in. This thing's looking fairly unhealthy. But these markups have been pretty spot on. Gold too. March low of the year. You think, I don't even know what that word is. Do I think it'll have an impact on gold and silver? I don't know what that is. Yeah, I have no idea. Send a link to something that explains it or something. Let's go see what we gotta wait. We just gotta wait here. That's all there is to it. This thing could break up again today and just completely leave us. But see, this is what I'm talking about with the being patient, because you could see these clean ranges here on the sells, and you could see it on the 1 hour too. But on the buys, there's just, I mean, there would be an aggressive buy above, 1885 right here. I can't bring myself to do that. Not a chance. Yeah, that would be like an aggressive play on gold. I don't want to do it. Yeah, so clean ranges are just, they're places that I look for like this right here, where it's just one clean candle. When I can find like supports like this that get broken, like with structure, and then it sells off, that clean candle it'll typically mirror that same move once it breaks out. So like you see on right here, look on the 1 hour right here. See how this is just one clean candle? There's not a bunch of noise in here, this wick. Then you get a 30-minute. The 30 minutes clean as well. There's not a bunch of noise in there. Then the 15-minute, it's just one clean candle. Now I talked about this in the beginning, but typically when I get a support like this that's broke, this candle closing under here, and the next one wicks up and stays below the support here, then the next candle will as well make its top wick and break the low. It'll mirror that move. So that's really all of our trades, all clean ranges. Well, sometimes when I'm not making mistakes, for the most part, clean ranges. But now what you want to see on gold is really the same thing. You want to see this 1 hour support, like see this 1 hour where the body of the candle's closed, this other one starts, it keeps wicking off of there. You want to see candles start to close back below that here. Want to see somewhere top out somewhere up here, candles start to close back below this, but as well you want to see candles close back below this support too, and then the next one to wick up and then break the low and mirror this move here, because this is a nice 20 pip range. So same thing that happened up here, pretty much want that same thing to happen here. One second though, I'm gonna mute myself for a minute. So do I try to avoid scheduled news that can change price action quick? Um, no, I would say that news is just added volatility. Really, we can take a look to see if there's anything. There was bank holidays yesterday. Um, so we got some news today at 9 a.m. I don't trade that long, so that's not going to affect me. USD news, it's like 7:30 in the morning right here. This high impact news. Unemployment claims too. Like this is going to be a wild morning on Thursday. Yeah, Thursday will be nice. Friday, a little bit of volatility. 7:30 news. So no, I don't typically change what I do. Like you know, I guess you could lower your size because gold can be a bit wild anyways, and you don't want to get caught up in too much. So definitely when you're trading with news and you know it's there, why not lower the size? Why not? You know? So, but especially if you're new too. If you're new, you don't want to you don't want to play around news because this I've seen gold do some crazy stuff. Like there are some news that hit when we were on the stream like 2 weeks ago, and I think what gold made a 140 pip move to the downside and back up 200 pips and back down on the day. Like it was just insane. I've seen gold do some crazy things in short amount of times, especially when you are in on NFP news or something. Like yeah, you don't want to do that. So there's a little bit of news this week. Thursday will be some uh a decent morning, and Friday. So this is going to be high volatility Thursday and Friday for sure. Pretty important news. So you got to keep that in mind too. But no, I don't typically change anything. Let's say that there was news, right? Well, I guess I shouldn't say I don't change anything. Um, you can set orders, if price is looking like it's setting up bullish or bearish, I would just put an order like a little bit above the high or a little bit above below the low in anticipation that, you know, X is going to happen with news. And then, yeah, lower the size and still have a stop loss in and everything and trade it that way, or just literally don't trade the news at all. So like with gold today, here's one thing that might ruin the setup for me. We already had the first setup play out and hit the target. And B, if this thing were to, so the same thing that we're looking at down here, if this thing were to break these highs up here, see how this one closed like right against this resistance. If this one were to close above this and the next one were to wick down and break up, that I'd be done today. But I don't like the buy side on gold at all. So I would not recommend anyone take the buys up here. It's not, I don't like it. If you guys see something else and you like it, do your thing. But I'm not too attached to the idea. But yeah, literally right before we got on here, like as I was pretty much sending out the link, this thing broke the low here that I was looking at and just filled the range as soon as it. I guess buying gold. See, gold is just too volatile intraday. You can't just buy gold like right here and say, well, I think long term it's going to go up, so I'm going to hold it. You'll get smashed on gold doing that. It's way too volatile for that. See, like if this 30-minute will come and close back below this support here, this 30-minute here, and the next one wicks up and breaks this low, like that could be a good trade idea. But let's see, I put an update out on the dollar. Let's see where we were thinking with the dollar. Um, let's see what I was thinking with the dollar. So I was looking for a breakout of the 89,700 daily support, find continuation back to the 89,300. So 89,700, we broke this. We came back through and tested it again. So now, pretty much what I was looking at was, can we have free range back down to 89,300-ish? So it looks like on the daily, the dollar is breaking that area to make its move down on the 4-hour. Price has broken through. This one looks like it's going to retest the lows. So everything's going well with what we have planned. Then we had the US dollar, then we had silver. We wanted to break 28.20 to continue back up to we wanted to break this 28.20, continue back up to $30 or towards $30, but yeah, we're just seeing a little bit of selling pressure here. And then gold as well, we were looking to lower time frame consolidation around 1875, and we've got that around here, 1875 consolidation. And then we're waiting for price to break out above 1875, make a move to the pretty much 1920 area. So higher time frame, our move right now sure is locked in, but these moves intraday, how we scalp these ranges, these are perfect for us to trade. And it can get too noisy or volatile. Like say this were to pull back, back down in towards the support before it made its move, like that's still a 100 pip drop before it goes up. So yeah, I try to steer clear from that. Nothing was in too much of a hurry yesterday. There was a pretty easy cold buy yesterday too over here. 7 o'clock candle. This one here just closed above all this resistance here. And then the next one created a bottom wick and broke the high and just clean 30-minute 1-hour range here. And price pushed up like 30 pips. So I have to see if today price can produce a move, or if we'll be watching from the sidelines. See what happens with Bitcoin too. Hopefully it continues down. Man, I can't believe this time. Well, January, was that in the beginning of the year? Yeah, it was not. It wasn't last year. It was in the beginning of the year. I had short Bitcoin at like 36,000, 36,700 or something, somewhere in here. Probably like one of two times I ever traded Bitcoin. Seems like gold's taking its time. So Yeah, the margin is, you're right, it's a lot higher. Yeah, you got to know, like, that's why I tell everyone, if they don't understand the pair that they're trying to trade, just open a demo account and then just place like $1 pip, understand the spread, understand everything that goes into it, and before you trade it, because if you don't understand it, you're just going to end up blowing your account, you know. Not every spread is the same, and every pair doesn't pay the same. So like GBP and ZE, this thing will pay on a standard like $6 and $6.70 or something. It's pretty crappy. But then on Euro GBP, you'll get paid $1.12. So you just got to know the pairs. They're all different. The swaps are, the exchange is different. So you got to understand that. I haven't looked at this pair in probably 6 months. So gold is still sitting in a range. Still nothing for us. This is what's funny, is a lot of people think like trading is crazy, and I guess it's as crazy as you make it, but crazy and fun and all this other stuff, pretty boring, honestly. Just a big waiting game. So someone asked me, use leverage to make good returns on small moves. You don't want to be caught on the wrong side. Can you give an example of an order as far as stops, take profits? Yeah, you can go back through I posted some YouTube links in the chat yesterday. Go back through and watch them. They're live trading sessions that from the past. They're connected to the YouTube. You can go through there and watch other ones, and you can see real time good examples of trades. But yeah, ideally the short position that I liked today, underneath this low, you know, a 10 pip stop here like any other time. I'll close before the 10 pips is hit. I'll put 2% risk on, and my target is the bottom of a clean range. So 13 pips, 15 pips is the target down here. And yeah, you can go back through the videos and watch the videos, because um you can learn a little bit more rewatching it as many times as you want. Does gold spread on gold vary much from broker to broker? What would a good spread be? Nah, gold doesn't vary too much. Like spreads are going to be typically like 2 to 3 pips on gold. And understand this too, when there's news, spread will open. So you might get news to hit, and the spread on gold will open 10, 15 pips. So if you have a position with an order in, uh, if you have an order and price goes up and hits that order, but you have a 10 pip stop loss and that spread is open, and it comes back down even 2 pips before it decides to make its move, you're going to get stopped out on that move because of the spread. So that's another thing that you have to keep in mind. That's why typically high spread times, you don't want to trade around spread hour. You know, late in the day, uh, things will close up for an hour. The spreads get jacked. Some pairs go up to like 30 pips. If you're in the indices, you're going to get screwed a couple hundred pips. So you definitely don't want to be holding things through swap hour. That's why until you've had just months of experience in the market, I would just trade demo, because all of a sudden when you think you have it figured out, one of these things that you didn't know about, they're going to come out of nowhere and just smack you. They're going to completely ruin it for you. So definitely take your time, figure out everything there is to figure out on demo, just the executions, the spreads, the times of the day, everything. People say, oh, demo is not valuable because it's not real money, blah, blah, blah. But sure, it helps you figure out how to execute real time and get through all these, again, things that you don't know about that are there. There was times when I first started trading, I was placing trades right before spread hour. Spread would hit, it would open 30 pips. I would have a 30 pip stop and get stopped out in spread hour, you know? So it's pretty stupid if you don't know what it is, late afternoon to your evening, 5 p.m. Central Time, you get stuck in spreads, 4 p.m. Central Time. Those are not good times to trade. I don't know anything about those gold futures, so I don't know. Yeah, I have no idea. I don't know how they move. I've never looked at, I don't know. I don't think this is it. I don't know how those move. I wouldn't do it. See, here's the thing too. I really know like what I know about metals long term. I understand currency. I understand XAU, USD, XAG, USD. I understand not really Bitcoin. I can look at the chart, kind of understand. I understand the dollar. I understand the things I understand. Things I don't know about, look, I just stick to what I know. If it ain't broken, I'm not fixing it. So when people ask me about, oh, Ethereum, XRP, blah, 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 all this other stuff, like I don't do it for a reason. I don't know anything about it. So I don't know. I don't know if you can execute on it. I would say open a demo and try to execute. If you want to know, you got to figure it out. Can you talk about daily goals, single trade, looking to identify opportunities for a 10 to 15 pip move, then get out? Yeah, exactly. 10 to 15 pips is literally it. Now, like you get set up swings. So like last year at the end of the year, I had swings on gold that were a swing on gold that was down here. That was my biggest swing on gold throughout the year, but uh you can use lower lots and swing it. But look, when you're trading with these kind of brokers, you have high leverage. You don't want to put high leverage um and try to swing these things. You're gonna get absolutely murdered on it. So there's other ways you can do that. But typically I'll put on a when I'm scalping ranges like this, I'll put on a 10 pip risk, 2% a trade. But I only put that on because I want that for sure. If something were to spike and hit my stop, I know I'm only losing that. Typically I'll close before that stop loss is hit because I can tell when it's running against me. I know my breakouts when they're there, right? And I'm not willing, if I can keep my losses smaller than I'm anticipating, then I'd rather do that. So yeah, once price starts to break out and it's up like 7, 8 pips, I'll just typically set it to break even and anticipate that the volume just keeps pushing it. But yeah, I don't get on here and look, we have some moves that are sometimes insane that I mean, we've had moves that ran in 2 minutes, 80 pips on our breakout. Those are just extras. Would I consider trading the range that filled earlier? It's coming back to it. Nah, I wouldn't trade that. I wouldn't trade this. But here's the thing, like scalping like this too, it's it's pretty slow sometimes, and other times it's hectic. So I don't know. On days like this, we just sit here and we're just patient. Don't really get to. I know my movers are Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Really on Thursday and Friday can really get some nice movers, but again, then coming in from last year, things I changed coming into this year, there was a lot of just patience and more trying to have thoughts centralized around more quality ideas and less trade ideas. And then now this year, I'm less swings, more scalps, a lot more scalps, and just really dialing in that patience. The patience this year for me has been pretty insane, but it's still going to go to another level too, because I'm so crucial on myself about it this year. It's insane. I have probably wrote through like 3 notebooks this year already, just every day on the trades, win, loss, what can I do different, what can happen better, you know, all of these things. And then I just stay hard on myself about it every week. So now having 2 losses like 2 weeks ago, back to back, those two showed me where I was not letting candles close. I was anticipating a 7 a.m. open, my patience, then my anticipation will kill you too, right? A lot of people say, this thing looks bearish or this thing looks bullish. I anticipate it going to make this move, and then it doesn't, stops them out. So those 3 things, those losses just really reminded me of those. So those are things I'm steering clear of right now, and just trying to take my time here with everything, right? Now you're seeing gold again. We talked about this idea, right? We come back down, retest 1881.60. This 5 minutes going to close bullish, bullish, bullish up into this, right? Now, if that next 5 minute were to wick down and break the high, this thing could rip. So look, I'm being patient. If you guys have a bias with it, you like it, do your thing. It's a move that can happen. I'm the first sell that I liked. We weren't on here for. You guys didn't get to see it. So I'm just now being, again, really patient on the ideas and not getting antsy, not executing, just waiting. See, like the 5 minute now closed over here. So the 5 minute closed pretty bullish here. And typically if this next 5 minute would make a wick and then break the high, this thing, it could have its move to the upside. But I'm just waiting it out. We have the next 15-minute candle is going to open here in 5 minutes, 4 minutes, 30 seconds. So and I'm starting to get too many souvenirs at my desk here. There's too much stuff on it. I've got I have like tubes of gold and silver bullets, like currency. I've got like a silver like paperclip, uh, all kinds of stuff. Silver pocket watch, just keep all kinds of, a badge from one of my the current car I have that was crashed. I got the badge off of the hood when it was in the shop, because I got a new hood on there, which is pretty cool. I got that up here. Then like 3 big model cars of my current one, the one I want after that. than the one I want after that. So there's just, I keep all kinds of stuff on me. Pretty cool. Just gets kind of, sometimes if I move something and hit one thing, then it hits another. And those tubes of gold and silver always, the one is pretty skinny. It's always falling everywhere. Yeah, first world problems. Yeah, it sounds stupid, but it happens every single day. Like, dude, I move something and something gets hit, and then it's just annoying. See, the S&P is something I've been watching too to add into my trading. So I've just been marking it up and watching it in the background, not executing. I'm going to take a few weeks and watch how it moves so I can scalp it as well. But so far this week I had some good trade ideas of buys on there. Some of these buys just ripped. So I'm just watching to see how things play out every day with it. So I got this 15 minutes going to close here in 30 seconds up here. Yeah, I always hate switching my bias. Like when at the end of the day, I think, man, I should have never switched it and just never taken any trades. So I'll tell you guys technically how I view gold, but I'm not gonna put a trade out here today on it if it breaks up. But what I'm seeing here is, as of right now, as candles change, I'll be looking at something bearish or bullish as things start to change. But look, pre-New York, we had this sell-off, right? So it bounced off this support here, peaked below it just a hair. Now we've locked in this support. So this support would have to break still. Then we'd still have to close down and then break this one for the sell idea to happen. Now up here on the buy, right? You had this candle up here close above this resistance. Then we had the next one come and test into 1881.70. Then the next one tested it again and closed bullish. Now the previous 15-minute broke above all of this support or resistance here. And now you've got the current one, which is opening and creating a bottom wick. And as this thing pushes back up to break the high, this could trigger the move on gold then to fill up into this range, right? So just as far as explaining the technical side of gold and what I'm seeing right now, um, yeah, that's what I see. But again, I don't like to, I learned the lesson from coming in and switching my bias. I really don't want to do that. So I'm just really not going to. But what I will do, like after I start to see things go against me and go against my idea, is I do, like, I mark it up. I think about it. Why is it not, why is this or this happening? And then I just kind of mark it up or I watch it play out. I see, lower time frame. I just go in and I take a look at the lower time frame in here, and I can see on the 5 minute and on the 1 minute, right? We came down off of this wick, we've tested into it, we're closing back above this range. So, I just watch how things react here. And um I watch the lower time frames too, and then I just kind of sometimes will set the position calculator and say, okay, well, if price, you know, bottoms out and keeps closing lower time frame, then breaks out too, I'll set the position calculator pretty much, where I think this thing's going and stop loss and all that, and just not even execute on it, which is fine too. You don't have to take, like, taking a trade every day. You don't have to do that at all. So right now, this is just nothing, right? We're just still stuck in this big range here. But I like to do that because then the more chart time you have, the more you sit there and just watch it and mark it up. And even if it's not with your bias, you could tell yourself later on, same thing happens tomorrow, that same setup comes, then hey, I just seen this play yesterday. I marked it all up. The same thing happened. Why can't it happen again today? So then you have the same play happen, and then you can execute on it. Yeah, but these are the kind of situations that I have just been wanting to be more patient on. And not that I think I ever would have executed on this up here, but my thing was I was taking too many impulses when price would be breaking highs like this, and then these would suck back down on me. So, it's important to just sit and wait, really study your losses actually. And I say a lot, we've had these live streams for weeks, months now, and we have done fairly well in them, calling the market. So it ain't like we just come on here and lose all the time. But, when I do have my losses, I like to go through and look, then ask myself, why and where I can keep myself from trading, and just note it, write it down, take the note, figure it out. Literally, people will just pat themselves on the back for the win and then cry about their loss. It's like, figure both out. Why did both work, or why did both one work and one not work? So this is why, again, you don't anticipate that price is A gonna break lower, price is B gonna break out. You don't know here. There's nothing is closing where we need it to on either setup. So you just don't do anything. Literally just sit here. The worst thing that happens is 8:30, 8:40 rolls around and you just don't take a trade for the day, and then you're done. But I'll tell you this, I would rather walk away from my trading day and have no loss than a loss. I would much rather walk away and say, look, I didn't take a trade today, and good patience. Because most of the time when I don't execute on a trade, when I come back hindsight to look, right, I might go to the gym and or just do whatever I have going on in the day. Then I come back, I just sit down and look at what happened with the market, scroll through everything real quick. And then sometimes I'll notice that they didn't break out, they weren't setting up, then things might get wicky, like something might break and close back in, then go down and then break and close back in, then in the day in consolidation. Then when I come back later, I say, man, I'm happy that I didn't execute on anything, because at the end of the day, price just consolidated. So I didn't get stuck in chop, and I don't sit here all New York session either, because the volume sucks after a while. You just get price will sometimes it'll move late day, but you get price a lot of times just late day, like look at this from all day pretty much, really you get it from 9:30 in the morning all the way till New York session closes, just a big range yesterday. So after New York Stock Exchange 8:30 a.m. Central Time, I just don't even I don't even like entertain the idea of anything done before 9 a.m. because I know I've seen it too many times. Trust me, I've been there, executed on trades. The volume wasn't there, blah, 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 everything. I've learned it. Can't do it anymore. And a lot of these things like that I talk about on here, they're just literally my real experiences. That's really all it is. I guess people like to hear about it, but anything I talk about is just something that didn't work out for me. It just didn't work out for me. It's just a real life experience. So, you get the talking about the real deal, real stuff happening. Check the news, see if there's anything in the news, any kind of craziness happening. See if there's anything crazy happening. Amazon gonna buy MGM Studios for $9 billion. Let's see what these tech stocks have been up to. They were getting hammered the last few weeks. Yeah, still on a nice sell off. Check Tesla. Tesla dropped quite a bit too. Who is that? Michael Murray that has the huge Tesla short position or something. Forget who it is. Check Apple. So now look, you're gonna have the new hourly candle open in 5 minutes, as well as the new 4 hour candle is gonna open. It's pretty choppy here, this is a mess. So this is why you've got to be careful with your ideas. My computer sounds like a jet today, though. This thing's loud. Yeah, nothing too crazy, in at least financial news. Not seeing anything too crazy. Let's check the stimulus ideas. For stimulus check and a fifth, gain new momentum in Congress. Absolutely insane. You know, this is going to add to the gold and silver rally too. See, this lady turned her $1,200 stimulus to a six-figure business. Pretty lucky. Let's be honest, 1,200 bucks. A petition, over 2 million signatures now for $2,000 a month. Every American. Absolutely insane. Then you drive by all these places and they are looking for people to hire. Yeah, it's very idiotic. You want to stimulate the economy, make people go back to work. Silver selling off here. Got the dollar pushing a little bullish here. So yeah, gold and silver correlate 85%. So we'll have this new 1 hour, new 15, 30, 4 hour, all that. New candles, 30 seconds. But again, now we've got lower time frame, higher low here. So good chance gold might pop up. Silver higher time frame looks good. It don't look like it's about to break up today. I wouldn't be surprised to see it come down a little more actually. Higher time frame, silver is the best chart there is out there right now. I think later this year, 40 bucks an ounce seems reasonable. You get all these crazy silver activists out there like, oh, 40 bucks an ounce, that's nothing. Like, blah, blah, blah. You could have put your money in here or there and made this much, or, you know, it's going to 4,000 an ounce. All these people come up with just all these crazy ideas. It's like, slow down. I always say this, like people do realize that before silver goes anywhere, right, it has to hit these lower numbers first. So I'm an intraday trader. I pay attention to every level of these things, right? So I pay attention to 30 bucks. That's significant because when we break these areas, that's what sparks these new wave of buyers to come in. So these people that are too impatient for their own investment don't even make sense.
Yo, what's up?
What up, Trap King?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm doing well, brother.
You caught anything so far?
Nah, well, this gold sell happened right before we were on here, and then now I'm just chilling out. I think, you know, there's an idea here that gold is, I don't know, just looking at it here, you know, we've got this low locked in pre-New York. We were retesting the 1881.78. Price made a higher low, lower time frame, just did it again. You know, you break the highs here, good chance gold could push up to 1886, you know, 32 today, but I don't think I'm willing to take the buy, honestly. I like this. I'll tell you why, is because, right, I liked the sell range here on the 4 hour, 1 hour, 30 minute, 15 minute, but then it started to go the other direction from my thoughts. And anytime I go against it, it's just not good patience, not good
Anyways,
discipline. But
I play with bigger zones. I play with bigger ranges. So I mean, for my bigger zone, still I'm bullish on gold. Gold has not. I mean, I understand what you're trying to do here, but gold has not any reason for now to tell me that
uh-oh.
I'm hoping that I'm still in a particular trade setup. I think was it last week I called that setup? Or yeah, I think it was last week. I'm still waiting for gold at 1889. That's what you said, I guess.
Yeah, but yeah, I think higher time frame. I like gold to 1920.
Right.
1920 looks clean higher time frame, but with a scalping thing is we got to be prepared for both sides and the most probable scalp too. You're cutting out. You're cutting
All
out.
right.
You're cutting out bad, TK. Maybe reset it. Come back in. Let's see. Might be better now.
I'm still cutting out.
Yeah, you're cutting out. See, Trap King here had nice trade last week. We had so he had $140 pips on gold. Nice buy. 100 pips on GJ. Nice buy. Small loss on GU, 28 pips. But this morning, he had another trade from his Zoom last night. GU hit let's see here. GU hit 49 pips.
Am I good now?
Yeah, you're good. I was talking about
sorry about that. All right. So I'm actually based off of how I took the gold. I'm actually looking at gold. I mean, we got caught buy this morning, but I already had GU and UCAD on my plate, so I didn't bother looking at it anymore. I mean, I also had an entry still open. So what's the point? I want to see gold at 1889. I want to see gold at 1889, and then from 1889, good, fantastic. I like this. I like this time frame. Good. No, the previous one you went to. That's 4 hour, I guess. Good. I like this time frame. So you see all of this things is happening here. If gold can clear that high there, that high as in that highest week there.
Yep.
Yes. If gold can clear it and close with a proper bullish candle there, then that's going to be my next area of interest to continue buying. I don't see any reason why I should be selling gold anyway. So for now.
Yeah.
I mean, we could catch 20 pips for itself, 40 pips. You know how gold is. But when I mean sell, I mean big, like 50, 100 and all of that. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I agree. Higher time frame, the buys make a lot of sense back to 1920. So I like the idea too. I was while you were resetting your stuff, I was explaining your GU 49 pips.
Yeah.
Last night.
I actually gave the team a clip yesterday. I shared a clip with them. If you look at the general group, I shared a clip with them.
Yeah,
a clip of exactly. That was like a 3 minute clip. And I told them exactly what I told them about GU from the buy to the sell. Everything to the T. Right now, the only trade setup I have open is what's it called? UCAD. UCAD and that gold. So that's all. UCAD, remember I was talking about the buy.
Your UCAD is up 12, 15 pips right now, ain't it?
Yeah, where was my entry? Let me see. Just a second. Let me be sure about my entry.
It's right here. It's right here. It's right here. It's right here. I know where it's gonna be. Right here.
Oh, that was 430. 430. That was the price. 430.
This is gonna be your entry, right?
My entry
1.20.
was at it was 430, 430. Oh, that's not the trap I was looking at though, but my entry is at 430. That was my
Oh,
entry.
okay, okay, okay. Yeah, you're
That's one
ripping it.
entry. Yeah, so
Yeah, you're
good,
doing.
exactly. Look at it to the left. That one there, right there. That's the trap I was looking
Oh,
at.
yeah, yeah.
Exactly.
You're right. You're right. You're right.
Yep, that's it.
Yeah,
So that was it there. That's it
yeah,
there. Ooh, we're going already.
yeah. You're up.
Woo!
You're up. See, remember in the beginning of the week too. Remember,
Yeah,
I wasn't sure about it, but I had seen on the weekly here that you were tapping into this, and I thought, okay, this is gonna make sense. Now I
yeah,
understand why he's telling them this. Then your daily kind of was wicking off and creating a
yeah.
bit of
I mean, Steven saw the move on the 4 hour time frame, and I was like, okay, let's play. And then that's where we are right now.
yeah.
Steven, so I don't know. I don't know. Nancy actually called my attention to GU this morning. She called my attention, and if not, I probably would have missed that GU also. And she called my attention. I was like, what? What am I doing? And I
What
jumped in. Look at that. Look at GU. GU is gone
where
right
did
there.
you this
You
one?
see that? Look to the left. That bearish candle to the left of it. No, no, no. Look exactly there. Just put a small rectangle on top of the wick, the top wick, as in the top wick to the body. The top exactly. Extend it to the right. That was my entry.
Over here?
Yeah, that was
Oh,
my entry.
okay, okay, yeah. You've got a
Yeah,
nice kill zone here too.
exactly. And plus, there was actually a higher trap up there. I wasn't sure I was gonna get up there, but eventually did. I mean, it's all good. It's all for the money. Let's go.
Oh, so you hold up, Trap King. You had this trap here too, huh? Look at this one, bro. Oh my
Exactly. I had
God.
that trap there, and that's what I was talking about on the group in my Zoom.
It
I told them
nailed
it could get there, it may not get there. So I had two entries based off of this trap, and then that other zone I told you to mark up.
Oh yeah, that's fire.
So and man, it's crazy, man. It's crazy how easy it just happened.
You guys are eating
Crazy.
off of that, huh?
People be thinking that we're playing here. Trap King
Nah.
don't play. When I'm 100%, then you already know what's gonna happen.
See, look, this is the thing too. We have in our so we have a lot of just information in our channels in here. Um, look at all this silver too. Sheesh, big bars. But we have all this information in here, but we've got, I mean, it's pretty hard to really lie about it all. Everything is, we talk about it live on here, or tracking.
Even when we lose, we tell you that look, we lost it. Look at it here. Everybody says it.
But tracking will post these longer term moves too, and these things are just, some of these are fire. Most of them are fire. 100 pips on DJ, 140 pips on gold. But we used to, not used to, he went pretty, Trap King went pretty crazy for a little bit on these
I just slowed
trades.
down.
Yeah,
I slowed down a bit because I didn't want to over trade and all of this stuff.
he
I
was
was like,
going,
nope. Let
he
me
was
chill. Let me
going
take it easy.
nuts. But we have
And
all of these
it's all there. It's all
the
there for the
yeah,
people.
the monthly
It's all
updates
there.
too on all the pips, the totals, all the trades were put literally ahead of time. Everything, literally everything for months. We've got months of track records in here every month.
I mean,
They're all
it's
updated.
there. It's there.
815.
I hope somebody's eating.
Yeah,
I,
these
I just
are
hope I hope they're eating, because if you ain't eating, then it's no longer my fault.
literally months of trades and all posted ahead of time, and then a monthly recap afterwards of literally months. So got a lot of, between us two, we just kill it. Hussein gets back in the country too, and we'll have him back with us. So we'll have all three of us together. It'll be pretty lit then.
So yeah, so hold on. I also have I don't know. I'm looking at GJ. What do you see on TJ?
Dude, I think GJ, well, obviously intraday it looks pretty bearish, and it's been topping out here on the 4 hours too. So
Yeah.
I just,
Yeah. So
there's no clean
okay.
range here, but hold up. We're gonna come back to this. Let me
Okay.
explain gold real quick. So we have,
Okay.
you guys see gold coming down, right? We have 3 minutes for this 15-minute candle to close. Now, two things here. If this thing breaks into this range before then, I'm leaving it alone and not trading it. The next thing is, you can see we topped out pre-London into London. We couldn't break out. All pre-New York into New York, we couldn't break out. Now price is making its way back down. So this is where the patience comes in, right? You can see the bear structure here. Price is clearly pushing back down. We need to see a 15-minute candle close bearish down, really breaking the support here. We want to see a 15-minute candle close bearish underneath this. So hopefully this one does it here. Then the next 15-minute open at 8:15, we want to see that create a top wick and then break the low. So yeah, we just got to be patient here. We'll come back to it. But all right, let's talk about GJ.
Okay, so I know I have some of my I don't know we have some of our people here, some of the people that have been following our content. So first, Steven, tell us what you see.
Oh, I know Steven knows.
Steven is here. Tell me what you see, bro. Tell me what you see.
Yo.
Uh-oh.
What the?
Uh-oh. Hey, his dog was wanting to chime.
That's my background.
His dog was wanting to chime in.
Steven, bro, tell me what you see. I know you did it last week. Do it again.
Let me see. Trying to look at the beginning of the week. This is the 4
put
hour
indicator. Put the weekend, Saturday, Sunday indicator, and that's it. Right in front of us.
Right.
So I think that move is I'm going to be looking at that move for tomorrow. That's what I'll be looking at tomorrow. I'm looking at GJ rather, for a buy opportunity. Now, what I'm saying this is, if you look at the bottom, at right, no, to the right, exactly, that bullish engulfing there. Mm-hmm. There you go. That one right there. I have interest in that particular candle. Why do I have interest? What?
Well, I was going to bring up this idea. What about a pullback on GJ? Ideally you would have already wanted to be in this, but you've got a nice breakout here, an entry in right here. Yeah, I mean, that would have been a nice sell opportunity.
Now the reason why I'm saying what I'm saying is, okay, good one, 1 hour time frame. I want us to look at the 1 hour time frame. People are already saying it. On the 1 hour time frame, it's right in front of us. There's a trap there on the 1 hour time frame. 1 second. I don't know. I can't annotate on your screen, but it's on the bottom there. Nope, left. Next, the one to the left, exactly. Box it up.
Oh, yep. I can see this here.
That is it there. So at the 50% of that zone. Oh, what's going on? It's already oh my goodness. Y'all think I'm playing? Y'all think DraftKings is playing? Oh my goodness, look at it there. So at that 50, that zone, that 50 to 60, 62, just draw a box there, box up there. Good. Let's go back to the 4 hour. Take away the indicator. Go back to the 4 hour. Perfect. You see what I said?
Mm-hmm.
That's that bullish engulfing there. I have interest there because that happens to be like the low of the week so far. So I'm having an interest right there. Right there. Yep. I'm having an interest in that particular zone right there. So I mean, if I don't get that entry as of in the next 45 minutes, I'm not going to touch it to London tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what I'm looking at on what's it called? On GBP, JPY.
So you guys noticed the indicator we have here. We had the whole trap strategy coded. We had somebody code it for us for the no risk group, and yeah, pretty much points it all out for you. Just do your analysis with it, and it's pretty nice. We'll have to keep an eye on GJ here, but gold, man, still doing nothing. 8th, we're gonna have the stock market open here in 15 minutes. 15
yeah, I think you have a question.
Oh, do I focus on the 15-minute? So DraftKings is more for me. Scalping, I look at the 4-hour ranges, where's the clean ranges, then I check the 1 hour, I say where's clean ranges, I say check the 30-minute, where's clean ranges, and then I watch the closures of the 15 minutes and the 30 minutes. So I use higher time frames down to the 15 and 30-minute, and then Trap King is more like 4-hour, 1 hour kind of trader. So he's more weekly high trader, weekly low, and 1 hour traps, 4-hour traps, does higher time frame analysis, bigger pip moves. So we have a nice mix of both going on here.
Yep, it's just preference.
Yep, that's it.
So we're looking to sell gold, right? Based off of what you want to give us today.
Yeah, I think so. Now what I'm gonna do is wait for the 30-minute to close. And again, if it breaks and goes without me on the 30-minute, that's fine. I won't execute. But right now we're seeing a lot of bearish structure here. Again, this like blow off top during London, and then price closed back under and keeps rejecting. This sell structure is coming into play here. But look, there's a chance this thing on the 15-minute here, it might break and run too. So you never know, man. When this volume kicks in, gold gets to going. But for me, I need to see some kind of candles close in here. I need to see some candles close. So maybe we'll watch the 5-minute here too.
Yeah, I'm not going to stay longer, but I have to go now. I just stepped into the house and I was like, I'm late for Zoom. I thought you weren't here anymore.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, so far, that's my idea on GJ. That's all I'm looking at on GJ. And I love UCAD, so I'm just going to sleep in UCAD for now.
All right, bro.
And then hopefully I share what I'm expecting with the group.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So guys, take it easy. Have a good one.
All right, bro. I'll see you tonight.
All right, TK. Have a good one, bro.
What up, Tanner?
What up, D-Lane?
Not much, man. Going to fight a traffic ticket right now.
Oh yeah.
Running a red light.
Oh, there you go. That'll do it.
I ain't even running through. I just California rolled it.
California rolled it, huh?
Yeah, in Texas, man. It's not a good one.
That'll do it for you.
But I wasn't even going straight. I was turning right at the light. So it was like.
What is it? A camera on there? Camera on the light?
No, damn sheriff got me.
Oh.
But I didn't want to argue with him because I had drank like 3 or 4 beers right before that. So I was like, shit. I was like, all right, man, just give me my ticket. He's like, all right, get out of here. But I'm like 15 minutes out, and I'm hoping we can catch a trade real quick before.
Yeah.
So I can pay for my ticket.
Yeah. Well, let's be patient here and see. We got the 5-minute that closed now. Man, we're rejecting this right now. So I want to get some kind of candle closure in here. But then another thing is, bro, sometimes it's gold, you know how it is. It'll break it and it will make its run. So you got to be willing to miss the trade too. I think maybe we wait on the 30-minute to close, and if we can get the 30-minute to close underneath the support here, and maybe even underneath this support, and the next one wicks up and breaks the low, that'll be a nice idea. But again, we know how gold is. This thing can have one big meltdown right here and just drop right through there. So might even do it here. These are what I'm trying to refrain from, right? These impulsive kind of FOMO trades where I execute on it. Yeah, I'm trying to be patient, let candles close more, and be willing to miss the moves. There is a lot of nice bear structure here, though. You've got the top and then lower highs, and yeah, break this, and this thing could meltdown, 20, 25 pips or so. This thing's looking so bearish. Man, if it breaks the low here, it's gonna make the move without us. Without me anyways. If anyone else wants to execute on it, do your thing. Just gotta be patient here and wait. So like, see if this 5-minute were to even close like this, down breaking all of this structure, and the next 5-minute were to open, create a high, a wick to the upside, then break the low, that could give you the move. You've got the nice bear structure here, but I don't know if this thing's gonna wait for it. Gotta have those diamond hands here. Gotta be patient. Got 1 minute for a little over a minute for the close here on the 5-minute. One minute. Let's look at DraftKings USD CAD buys ripping right now. I don't know. Are you guys in that? Steven, D. Wayne, either of you guys in that?
Nah, I wasn't able to catch it.
Me neither.
Dang. What about that GU? Were you guys shorting that with him?
Nope.
Oh,
I'm a
man.
Tanner trader.
Yeah. Money's money.
But I do want to get back into, because I was studying DraftKings method for a while, and then I just kind of like moved over to you and just been sticking with what you do. Trying to learn this one. Because I want to learn something that pretty much you can trade every morning, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So when I start showing my friends and stuff how to trade, I can teach them, and, you know, hey, I can be like, look, we're about to take this trade and take it and make some money, and, you know.
Yep. I feel you. So look at this 5-minute, no bottom wick. It's creating a top wick. And gold's going to set up possibly nice for us today. Hopefully she plays nice. Waited all morning for this. But look, we're 4 minutes now. The closer we get to the 30-minute closing, the more we want to wait, right? So good chance we wait on the 30-minute. We're about, a little over 3 minutes from it. And ideally, this 30-minute broke structure here. Underneath this support here at 1881.61. So this 5 minutes retracing with no bottom wick, I would assume it, will make its way back down, but Yeah, we want the 15-minute to close pretty bearish. We want the 30-minute to close pretty bearish. The next one's to open, create top wicks, break that low here, and then finish this range up, or at least into this range. Yeah, so 8:27 now, you know, a little over 2 minutes left for the 30-minute close. You have to wait on it. If it makes its move now and breaks the low again, sit on your hands. You don't want to trade that. Ooh. Yeah, the chart with the countdown's really nice. You're right. Having the seconds on there and everything makes everything so much easier. Man, but we've got 30 seconds for this 30-minute to close. I really want to see this thing. It has broken structure here, but it would be nice if it would close underneath here. Then the next one to wick back into that and then break the low and sell off. That would be pretty nice. Need this thing just to come back down. So there's the new 30-minute. So this 30-minute broke the structure here, created a top wick. So maybe this thing pull back up into structure, create a top wick, start to break down for us. And now we're getting into the New York Stock Exchange Open. So this is going to bring some volume into the market too. And yeah, ultimately, if we don't get the trade within, who knows, the next 10 minutes, 5 minutes, I'll be done today. I will be done if we don't.
Yo, Tanner, what was that pre New York you were talking about?
With what?
That pre New York move gold made, like before we hop on the Zoom?
Oh, this sell right here. They broke the 615 low and the 630 created this top wick and then broke it and it filled this clean range right here. It's like a 15. It's like a 15 pip drop. But if that was like a 7 o'clock, pretty much, you know what I mean? That would have been fire because it broke this support here and one closed through there. The other one traded under it. And then this one created its top wick and broke the low and just melted.
Yeah, that would have been nice too.
Yeah. Yeah, so pretty much, yeah, we've got this nice bear structure pre-New York going into New York, lower highs here, lower high get created here. So I think now I would want to start to see price. It needs to start making its way down.
All right, Tanner, I got a jet. I'll catch you later.
All right, bro. Man, that buy on USD CAD is ripping. That GBP USD short position is still falling too. So we're gonna have a new 5-minute open here in just a few minutes, 1 minute pretty much. Man, if we're gonna get this trade on gold, it's gonna have to play out soon. I don't want to see any of this violated now. These need to be the highs here. And yeah, that's pretty much that. New 5 minutes gonna start here in 40 seconds. And then you can do all of this just to come to find out that you take no trade for the day. Imagine that. Do all the waiting, 2 hours, this and that, just to not execute on anything. So this new 5 minutes going to start here in 5 seconds. Oh boy. Slow mover today. Gonna have a new 5-minute here in 1 minute. Yeah, after this new 5-minute, if I don't get into this, I'll be done today. Because there's a reason we won't break out. Big rejections up here. New 5-minute starting right now. Yeah, if this one doesn't immediately come down and break this and run, I'll be done with gold. Be no more. What's up?
If it breaks that low though, you're gonna go?
I already have an order there, bro.
Oh,
If it does it right now, I'm going.
But yeah, you're not in, but you're waiting.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, okay.
My order has been underneath this wick here.
No, you have a stop set?
Yeah.
Okay. Where are you going? Gold's playing games today. So just to talk it out once again, your order is probably a couple pips below just so the spread doesn't.
Yeah,
right?
always. Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Is 3 too many? Or like 2?
No, that's all right. Bro, the thing needs to drop. Let's go. So much rejection there. Oh my God. Dude, if this thing can just drop back past this wick and just give me 10 pips, that's all I want today.
Is it heavily rejected probably because it's such a big clean range that it's not an easy one?
I don't know. Beats me.
Yeah, fair.
All that I can do is say, okay, you've got a 15-minute that broke the support here. This one created a top wick. We were waiting on the 5-minute, had nice rejection, had nice bear structure coming into the session. But, it doesn't, things can look nice and this and that. It doesn't have to give us, any move. So,
yeah, for sure.
And then we could just, it could run all the way to the upside today. You know what I mean? That's why the patience is, you got to sit there and just be patient, wait. Can't be too antsy or anything like that.
It's tested that spot, 4 times now?
Oh yeah. But this could be, this is probably it for me today. I probably won't end up executing on anything because now I know how the market gets after this time. And if this 15-minute were to suck all the way back down into this, I would give this one more chance with the new 15-minute open, right? Because the stock exchange just opened at that time, be 15 minutes ago. So if this 15-minute closes anywhere up here, it doesn't close back underneath here, we'll be done today. It'll be huge patience today. Big patience. But this is why you see how like this candle down here broke the low. I made it a point to not like for us to not get too antsy about things today, because like I said the other day when you messaged me, remember when I said I am now this year working on letting more candles close, right? So I've got to let these things close and get better trade, more quality trade ideas out of this. And we failed to do so, or the market failed to do so. We didn't fail to do anything. So yeah, if this candle closes up here, I'll just delete my order down there. That clean range isn't going to get filled. And yeah, it could be a chance it drives it to the upside today, and that's something I'm willing to miss. I had my idea, all my thoughts, everything locked in, and
yeah, that'd be a lot of jumping around, changing. So I get it.
Yep, we have 10 seconds for it. So unless it makes some vicious wick to the downside, I'll be deleting the order on gold, and yeah, maybe this thing flies up today. So who knows?
I'd honestly rather see it fly up than
Yeah.
break down.
Yep, I deleted my order, so I won't be trading it. The thing is, the downside has the bigger, better, cleaner range. So, regardless of my long-term attachment or long-term idea, we've got to just think, look at all of this intraday noise. You know what I mean? We've got to trade where it's cleanest and not,
Yeah. You're only looking for 10, 12 pips, not.
Yeah. So that range to the upside, popped into it. But look, we don't have a clean 5-minute that closed through this. We don't have a clean 15-minute that closed through the support here, a resistance. So now, for you to take an impulse right here, this is a gamble here. And look, you would already be down 7 pips. So
that wick probably grabbed so many orders and dragged them back down with it.
Yeah. See, there's not even a 1 minute that's closed up here. So yeah, I'm glad we didn't just try to play that. So that is why I stick to my bias, right? Earlier when I said I like the clean bias on the sell side. And if I force that buy side, I've done that before. And this exact thing right here happens to me. Can't do it. Never doing it anymore. Because look, there's nothing close over this resistance. There's no candle closure. There's no sure trade here, right? If this would have closed over this and this one created a bottom wick and broke the high, sure, that would have moved that market. But yeah, I mean, that's just not a quality trade idea. Not even on the 5-minute, not even on the 1 minute, right?
Yeah. For sure, that wick grabbed a bunch of orders sitting above those 15-minute wicks. There's 3 of them.
And then it drops 20 pips, right?
Yeah.
So now, like, if that 1 minute were to push back up into that wick, man, this thing could make the move, right? Because you know how I talk about gold. It gets curious about these open zones sometimes, and it'll pique interest and then shoot back down. Then that second run at it will give it its run to completely push through it. So, if it were to push back above this, it wouldn't surprise me to see it make the move. But again, I won't be a part of it.
No, yeah, I agree. I'm out.
Yeah, I won't be. Gotta be patient here. Patient. Yeah, so let's see now if it breaks this high as well and continues pushing. Ooh, there it is. Boom. Yep.
It's good to see more and more of those, like those curious wicks.
Mhm.
I agree. We are seeing that quite often.
Yep. That's why I see those things, like little things like that. Man, that's detailed. But then on the flip side, after it gets curious like that and it pumps back down, right when it breaks back up in that original zone you were looking at, that's an execution there for price to break that high and then make the run you wanted. You know what I mean? That after it peaks that and creates that lower time frame support and pushes back through, yeah, that trade idea becomes a quality one after that. But that's just it. I know D Wayne just bought that too.
Yeah, bro. Nah, I was just watching it. I'm driving.
Yep. Yeah, anyone for some reason catch the buy though? Anyone? Anyone at all? Caught a buy during London Open. Nice. No, yeah, gotta be patient here. So decent on the 1 minute though, explain peak the interest, come back through, push back above it. I've seen that happen a lot. So mental notes, you keep those, they're good for you. But ultimately, no trade for us today.
I gotta go, man, but glad you're feeling better.
All right, bro. I'll see you probably in the chat tonight or tomorrow or something.
For sure. I want to check out that GU trade TK was talking about.
Yeah, that thing melted. Big meltdown. 60 plus pips.
Nice.
So yeah, guys, that is going to be it. No trade executed for me today, and come back, do it all again. So we'll see. I'll let you guys know if I'm going to run another one tomorrow. And yeah, good patience today. But this is the most important part of trading, is the patience. Not really. I mean, everything's important, but this is the most important. If you can't sit on your hands and be willing to miss a move, man, you're going to get tore up. So easy, we're done. Will that provide a clean range for a trade later? No. I don't trade after I don't trade like after my time. I'm just done. Is there clean range up there? Sure. If it breaks out, can it push up to 18, 90, 77? 100%. But I don't do that. I trade like, see there, it's already back past your entry. We would have already been in and out here. That's 16 pip move, easy. In and out. I don't stick around. So look at the S&P getting absolutely just hammered today so far anyways. But yeah, that's going to be it. I will see you guys later on. Peace out.
Later, bro.
All right.
Peace out, bro.
Peace out.
Later.